Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am sitting here with some 2-inch selvages and a strip of one-sided fusible, and I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily use some 2-inch selvages, especially for those of you who win these from me on eBay. Just going to show you a quick and easy way to make some strips, and then you can use those strips to make totes or decorative pillows or stuffed animal bodies. I don't know, anything you want. Pet bed, you know, there's always the pet bed. And I just thought I would show you this. Very simple. You probably don't need instructions, but I always hope that I can give you some ideas. You don't have to use 2-inch selvages. You can use whatever selvages that you have, the width that you have. And I would just say cut yourself some strips, the length of whatever strip project you're making. You know, if you're making a tote bag and you want it 10 inches tall and you want vertical strips, cut your strips 10 inches tall and cut them whatever width your selvages are that you're using. And here's what we're going to do. Oh, I need a piece of scrap first. The first piece that we're going to lay down doesn't need to be a selvage, so why bother wasting a selvage? You're just going to take a little scrap of fabric, and you're going to start at the top. You're just going to lay it down, because this will be trimmed, and you don't need a selvage on the edge like that. Now, we're going to start laying out selvages, and I work toward me, and the selvage is away from me. So this is the raw edge, and this is the selvage. And I'm going to put the selvage on top of that piece right there. And then I'm just going to keep working my way down. Don't worry about using the selvages like this that have no white. We need those. Let's use it right now. And then we have selvages like this that have only white. Let's use that. And you can see I'm going to lay it on top of the other one. So this one's coming very close to this other selvage. That's cool. Now this one, I can go far, and we see a lot of that blue color. And let's see, let's do one like this. This is like an almost barely there selvage. And we'll put it right here. And now let's put something close to it. Oh, look, a fuzzy. I like the fuzzy. Some people don't use the fuzzies. I like the ones that are fuzzy. Right there. Now this one, it's hard to tell which edge is the selvage. Flip it over. You can see it good that way. Right there. Let's do something flowery. Well, let's put a little bit of color. Let's see. Oh, how about something like this? This is cool. Just don't be fussy about it. Well, I'm being fussy about it. I want something colorful. Right there. And then finish with something kind of wide, because it's just going to fall off the edge. So let's end with a fuzzy. A fuzzy all one color. Right. Well, does it have to have a weird like stain on it? Let's not do that one. Let's do this one. Fuzzy, all one color. Right there. And now I'm just going to take my iron. Oh, make sure that you have your fusible with the glue side up, because I just made a strip, so I'd have one made so I can show you how I'm going to join those. And the first one I made, the strip was completely stuck to my ironing board cover. But it peels off really easy. And we accomplished, oh, that's what, we accomplished that. Ooh. Now all I'm going to do, I'm not taking you with me, but I'm going to show you. I'm just going to start and go top stitch on the edge of each of the selvage edges. Just back and forth, back and forth. I like that. You can also chain piece. Let's say you have 10 of these strips cut and ready to go. Go to the machine with all of them. Stitch down one side, put your other strip and stitch down, and do all your strips like that. Then you can just, cut them apart and then start over. do the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. You really save a lot of time doing that. So let me just go stitch those and I'll show you after. And this is what we have. Now, I like to use white thread. You can use clear if you don't want to see the thread, or you can use any color thread. The white, though, obviously there's a lot of white selvages, but I like the white line on the colors. It just looks selvagey-ish to me. See? See all that awesomeness? So again, don't be afraid to use the selvages that aren't all that pretty. Some people just pick out the ones, that have writing or something on them. Some people only want the ones that have the circles. I mean, you got to have a lot of scraps to be able to have, selvages that you can pick and choose what you want. So I just use them all, especially the little fuzzies. They add so much character. Now, I had made another strip before, and a couple ways you can join these. I'm going to do something different that I don't think I've done. I don't know if I've done this part in a video before because I don't really remember anything. One thing you can do is, you could trim these and then sew them butt up against each other like I just did in a previous video and zigzag. And in that case, I would use a clear thread. I think that would look cool. And, just zigzag and attach them like that. You can put them together and sew and flip, but it's pretty thick. You've got all these selvages, you've got the fusible. So I'm going to try a very narrow sashing just so that, it won't be so thick. I'm not sure how wide I want the sashing to be yet. And I'm thinking I could do white, which again would look selvage-ishy, or I could do black. I just thought of something else. You could always join with selvages, but I'm not a fan of sewing a selvage on top close to an edge. It does warp pretty easily. But if you like doing that, you could always have a longer selvage this way, and then a longer selvage on this side. I mean, this is awfully wide, but then now you'd have just fabric that you could sew and then open. You know what I'm talking about? Something like that. And then that would, give you some more selvages. But I'm going to go with a strip of sashing, and let me just see what I've got. I was wondering why I had only salvages and no sticks and folds. They were in a separate bag, the sticks and folds. So, I'll do another video and show you. I have done videos in the past about how to use the sticks and folds that I create when I cut 2-inch selvages. And these are created by cutting 2-inch strips that I cut into 2-inch squares. So that's how come I always have so many 2-inch selvages. But I will link to the playlist for selvages down below, because I know I've done something, I think, with sticks and folds, and you can go check all that out. I'm still looking for, I would like white, but I think with all the fabric I have, I don't know if I have white fabric. I grabbed a piece of white on white, tone on tone, and I don't care what kind of white I would use. I just feel like the selvages don't pop, but it could be a good look. I don't know. I don't know why I have such difficulties with things. And then let's see. Could always use a color. I might like that. That's how you can decide, and you can decide how wide you want your sashing to be, by just playing with this on fabric. And like, say you want this, well, if this is 3/4 of an inch, you still have to add 1/4 of an inch to each side for the seam allowance. I was thinking narrow, like crazy narrow. I might like the pink. Let's try black. I'm pretty sure for my taste it needs to be black. Let's try one more color, brown. I found a scrap of solid brown. I really do love brown. I don't know. Okay, this is ridiculous. It's just for a video. Let's go ahead and do brown. And I'm going to cut my strip only 1 inch wide because I don't want it too wide in between there. I have a strip of brown 1 inch wide, and I did trim these. Now, these are directional, so do pay attention if you want all your words going in the same way. When you're laying them out, you don't have to worry about that because they'll all be going in the same direction. But when you're sewing your strips together, you want to make sure. I'm just going to sew these 3 pieces together. This came out much better than I expected. I was thinking that the sashing would kind of like be sunk in, but it just automatically wants to fold over in the back like that. See? And it's perfect. It's like it's raised. I love this. I think I love that I used 1 inch because that makes these guys match up. So go with 1 inch. And then you could just keep going and you make your, your project as wide as you need it to be. And if you wanted to make squares like this, you absolutely could. And just add sashing, between your rows. You could make blocks and then another row of the same. And then add some, all the way around. Oh, I didn't trim in this direction. Let's trim it and get it really nice because it deserves niceness. What else do I want to say about this? You could use a print also, or a stripe would be cool. And it could be a stripe in either direction. It could be a vertical stripe. Oh, that would really be cool. Because there would be like, maybe some color changes, although it would have to be a very fine stripe for there to be color changes. Like fine like this, but it would be cool if it could have various colors. Or you could use a stripe in this direction. I don't know if that would make us lose the look of the selvage. I don't know. Just play with it. Play with it and do what you want. You have my permission to do what you want. Isn't that awesome? All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. What a cool tote. And the way I wish I would have used the black because I don't think I have enough brown. And I would like to finish this. Keep making it. And make a little tote. Maybe there's a tote on the way. Maybe we'll do it with black. I can make some more. All right, I'm talking to myself now because I know most of you are gone already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.